Have you ever held a small bottle of medicine in your hand at the end of a hard day and wondered if taking it would mean you had stopped trusting God? If somewhere along the way you came to believe that a Christian with real faith would not need help for their mind, that reaching for the medicine was a kind of surrender, then I want to begin gently by telling you that you have been carrying a question God never asked you to carry. There is a particular ache in standing at that crossroads as a believer. The mind has been heavy for months. The flatness, the dread, the mornings that feel like wading through water. And a doctor has offered something that might help. And then a second voice arrives, quieter and crueler, asking whether wanting the help means your faith was never enough. So you carry two burdens instead of one, the heaviness and the shame about reaching for relief. So let us be honest before we are comforted. That second voice is a lie, and it has cost faithful people years of needless suffering. Tonight, I am not going to tell you what to take, and I am not your doctor. But I want to take that shame out of your hands and look at it in the light. Because I think when you see what it really is, you will find that the choice in front of you is far kinder and far more faithful than you were told. Begin here, because everything turns on it. You are not a soul wearing a body like a coat. You are a body and a soul woven together, and God called that whole woven thing very good. The mind you are worried about is not separate from the body. It runs on the same chemistry, the same tired wiring, the same physical organ that can be injured, starved, or worn thin by years of grief. The soul prays. The brain is still an organ. Both are his. No one tells the diabetic that insulin is a failure of faith. No one tells the man with a broken leg that the cast means he doubts God. We let medicine mend the body everywhere, except the one place we cannot see. And there, suddenly, we call it weakness. But the mind is the body. A chemistry that has tilted out of balance is not a moral verdict on your soul. It is a wound in an organ, and God has never been ashamed of healing wounds. Hear this clearly, because someone needs to say it to you plainly. The God who made the body also made the people who study it, and the slow, patient work of those who learned how to ease its suffering. The same God who gives the harvest gave us the hands that till the field. To receive the medicine is not to push God aside. It is to accept a gift He handed you through the long labor of others. There is a fear underneath the shame, and it deserves to be named. The fear that if the medicine quiets the storm, you will lose God in the silence, that the help will become the thing you trust instead of Him. But think about what the medicine actually does. It does not replace the prayer. Sometimes it is the very thing that makes prayer possible again, lifting enough of the fog that you can finally lift your eyes. When the disciples were drowning in the storm, the Lord did not scold them for grabbing the oars. He was in the boat with them the whole time. Medicine can be an oar. Therapy can be an oar. A friend who sits with you in the dark can be an oar. None of them is a rival to the one who calms the water. They are the means He often uses to keep you afloat until the calm comes. Reaching for the oar is not letting go of Him. Even Paul carried a thorn he begged God 3 times to remove, And the answer was not removal, but grace sufficient for the carrying. So if your healing comes slowly, through a small daily dose and not a sudden miracle, that is not God refusing you. That is grace arriving the way it so often does. Patient, ordinary, mediated through the world He made. Sufficient for today, and then again for tomorrow. The miracle is not less holy for coming in a bottle. So, if you are standing at that crossroads tonight, talk with your doctor honestly and bring the whole of it to God, not as two separate worlds, but as one life held in one pair of hands. You do not have to choose between faithfulness and healing. You were never meant to. Pray, and let the medicine do its quiet work, and let both be your reaching toward the God who wants you well in body and soul. And lay down the shame. Set it on the floor and leave it there. Taking medicine for your mind does not make you a lesser Christian, a weaker believer, or a disappointment to God. It makes you a person with a body, doing the wise and humble thing with the help God provided. The same grace that meets you on your knees meets you in the doctor's office and the pharmacy line. He is in all of it, the way He was in the boat. So rest if you can. Your mind may be heavy tonight, but His grace is heavier still, and it does not rise and fall with your chemistry. The medicine is not your verdict, and it is not your surrender. It is a gift in a faithful hand, and the one who gave it has not left the house, and will not when the morning comes. Your need for help was never the measure of your faith. Grace is, and grace remains.